Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, in this video what I'm going to do is try and explain the process of how I go about trying to make videos interesting for you guys to watch. Now through this whole thing, obviously I'm no expert. There are always exceptions to the rule. All that kind of bullshit. So as per usual, take what I say with a grain of salt. So the first thing I do is I have an idea for a video, something that I'm going to be doing, which may be obviously going on a big adventure trip, it might be a short trip, it might be me in the man cave fixing something, having some new toy or camping equipment or whatever it is. So that's the first thing, I have an idea. The second thing I do is, and I don't actually do this specifically, but there's always kind of like a story to everything, and I think videos need to kind of have a story, and they kind of get that anyway. Not everybody kind of like does that, but basically what I mean by a story is that it has a beginning, it has an ending, and obviously there's a middle in there somewhere. If you look at all, if you get into the expert video people and they talk about all these arcs of a story and all that kind of bullshit, I have no idea about that stuff, and I don't really care about it. But basically, there's a beginning. If I'm doing a motorcycle adventure ride, the beginning is me leaving. Then there's the middle part, and then the ride is finished. If I'm fixing something in the man cave, there's a problem and I'll tell you about that problem. We start fixing the problem and then hopefully the problem is fixed. So kind of like saying there's a beginning and an ending is kind of a little bit irrelevant, but that's I think what I'm trying to get to. So that's the story. So there's a story. Now I'm not the type of person that I don't script things out. I don't try and work out bits and pieces. I know Everride from over in America, he's what do I say? Everride is obviously trying to, and he has actually, that's his full-time job. His job is to put up videos and make money out of doing it, and that is to support his family. And he's doing that, and he's doing a bloody great job of it. So I've heard things just from watching some of his stuff that, things like he says he's got to script all this stuff and writes out all this script, spends all this time doing that and looking at tag words to put in his videos to make them go, all that kind of stuff. I don't worry about that. Basically, I just put the thing up, and if you guys like it, you like it. So I'm not getting into that type of stuff. I might get into that a little bit further down the track, as trying to make it now a channel, not just where I whack up videos. I'm trying to kind of make it into a channel type of thing. So the first thing was, I've got an idea. The second thing is making sure that there's a story to it. Obviously my face is on the videos all the bloody time. I don't know why you aren't bloody sick of me. I like seeing people's faces when I'm watching somebody. I want to see them in it. I want to personalise with it. That's just the way I am. I don't like watching people that do videos and you just never get to see them. It's just I find it very unpersonal. But there are exceptions to the rule. See, riding with Tom, you never see. Well, not that I've seen. I haven't watched all his stuff, but the stuff that I've ever seen of his, I never get to see his face. But he's good to watch, and I do watch it regardless of not seeing his face. So, and that's what I'm saying. There's always exceptions to the rule. But so basically, I try and make sure that you get to see me. You know who I am, my mannerisms, all that kind of bullshit, and that can work for me or against me. But people that don't like me for my looks or my mannerisms or whatever, I'm not interested in having them watching my videos anyway. I only want the guys that enjoy me and what I do. So where am I up to now? So so that's very important for me to do that. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing would be is making sure that when I'm doing video videoing that I've got a nice scene. So as you can see, I've put up the thing on the screen. That's just my channel. Now I've put a couple of bloody helmets which don't normally bloody sit here. Nay's been making all these man cave crates. So I moved all these in here and sat them all up here. I've made sure I've got good bloody lighting. And it just makes it a little bit more interesting for you guys to see that. If I was just in front of just a plain brick wall, it wouldn't be as interesting. So you're listening to me talking, you're obviously looking at my face some of the time, but then you're obviously darting around going, oh yeah, what videos does Mark have in his, in his video rack? Yeah, or stuff like that. So yeah, setting, framing, making when you look, so on this little screen, when I sit the tripod, I kind of aim it and work. And when I'm in the man cave, you know, I'm looking for the best angles for things, because I think it makes it more interesting for you. Hopefully I'm not babbling too much, guys, but there you go. All right. Okay, so the next thing is basically when I go on a ride, I'm bringing you guys along with me. If I'm in the man cave and I'm working on something, you guys are there with me, helping me along, you know, whether it's support-wise or whatever. I mean, when I'm looking at this bloody camera, I mean, I'm talking to you guys. I'm not talking to this stupid camera sitting here. I just do it. I don't do it on purpose. When I'm talking to you, I was just going to this zone, I suppose, and you know, I'm talking to you guys. It's the guys that comment, I suppose, is who I kind of envisage, because that's the only people I get to see. The people that comment and stuff like that, that's who I'm seeing when I'm talking right now. So for me, I like that. I like that whole, you know, it's like I've said with, you know, I don't, with my footage, I don't like having cameras, or you seeing camera equipment or stuff like that, or if I'm on the bike, I try and alleviate that as much, because I think that's distracting, and all of a sudden you don't think you're there in it. It's like when you watch a movie, like a full-on production movie, you don't see that. You get immersed into that world of that movie, and you're kind of in it. So yeah, so I think that's what I try to do. I mean, that's not the only way to do stuff. That's just, but like I said, this is only what I think is what I like and what I do, I suppose.
Hey, move over, dog. Move over. Hoppa.
So the other thing I like to do is, to make it interesting, is change the angle of the camera. So I'm not always in that one same spot. When I've got quite a lot of bloody shit to say, I like to change the angles, because it's more interesting. Throwing in a dog who's trying to sleep, I think is more interesting. So, and there's an experiment that you can do when you're watching a TV program. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's Long Way Round, the video with Charlie and Ewan, or whether you're watching, I don't know, what's a show, baby? Tell me a show, quick.
I've got nothing.
The 70s Show, or, what's that? Oh, stupid, I don't know. Any bloody TV show, it doesn't matter, whether it's a sitcom, a comedy, or whatever. All you got to do is, when you start watching it, and they're showing a frame, and there's that one view, count, go 1, 2, 3, until they change to a different angle, and then count again. And if you just keep doing that, you'll notice that it's like 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds sometimes, but that angle just keeps on changing all the time. Now, these guys make millions of dollars out of these shows. They do that for a reason. It just keeps people in on it. They're not just sitting watching something that's not moving. It's just the constant state. People get bored. Those constant changes in angles keeps people interested, I suppose. So that's a really good test. Do that, and I bet you it doesn't matter what show you, as long as it's a proper money paid show, You do that count and you'll see how many times they change it, and that works. Now obviously I don't do it every 1, 2, 3 seconds. That's just crazy. I couldn't do that. But you know, every now and then I try and change it around like I've just done in this video. Alright guys, so hopefully that's kind of enlightened you a little bit onto how I try to do this. It's not in the editing. Obviously there is in the editing that I do, but that's not I don't think that's the main part. That's just kind of like a bit of icing on the top of it. So anyway, there you go. If you think you want to see more, I don't know, go into more details about this bullshit or whatever, because this isn't what I do. This is not what I'm about. You know, doing that. I like the videoing, but I'm not. I don't think I'm really the type of person that can teach it, if you know what I mean, or whatever. All I can do is ever tell you what I do, which is the same as the motorbike stuff, I suppose. I'm no expert at that either. But let me know in the comments if you want me to continue doing this. I'll do it. But if nobody's really interested in it, well then I have no interest in doing it myself. All right, guys, keep on riding.